Hi friends, my name is AJ Begay. Thank you so much for watching my channel where we talk about business, real estate, and life. I know I've been away for some time now, but I am back and I wanted to fill you in with what I've been up to and just kind of keep going forward from here. We fell off a little bit, but like I said, I'm here to fill in the blanks. To give you an idea of what I've been up to this whole time, I want to start as far back as April and just talk about everything that I have documented footage for in my phone. So in April, we had the Kiwanis historic downtown walk that happens in downtown Farmington every year for the past few years. That was put on by Kiwanis. I had done a video for them, got to learn a lot about the history of Farmington, which was really cool. The next month, which was May, I had taught a home buying class. I had been going to my team meetings where I was learning things, I was networking with people. There was a heavy investor series attendance that I was doing with my team. And in June, I was actually featured on a podcast called Reclaiming Culture with AJ Begay. And AJ is a local legend. She loves her some small businesses. She's very in the know of what's going on in the arts community. She does a lot of volunteer work and she is also a veteran. I highly suggest if you come to Farmington and you are a small business owner and you want to make some noise, give AJ a call. For sure, she will be up for supporting you and making a video if necessary. But she has a podcast called Reclaiming Culture where she really focuses on the Native entrepreneur and how we are getting reclaiming culture through our fields. And I really think that the idea of that podcast is so just wonderful. And in June, I had done a new build video with the Hakes brothers and the realtor Chris, who you can find on Instagram and Facebook. He works with the Hakes brothers and he had done the video with me, gave me the walkthrough, gave me all the details I needed to know about the new build. So we will also feature a separate video for that. The links will be below once they are created and put out. In August, I had done a video for the San Juan College Big Idea. If you are a creator or a maker and you want to utilize industrialized type tools, I highly suggest you go up there. I did the video and I'll go ahead and link that again below just to kind of pull everything into one place. In addition to that, I had gone on a team building outing with eXp Realty, which is the brokerage I'm with, and I had taken along my partner's daughter, and she and I had an amazing time, I think. We floated down the river. I'm going to put some video in. In addition to that, I had held an open house that month. So throughout the whole, mind you, we're barely in August. I'm just trying to maintain my momentum with my business and of course family life. In September, I was given the opportunity to walk in a fashion show. So the Tota Hojon fashion show, I believe it was called. It was comprised of a lot of different local designers, and I got to wear my former classmates, Go Eagles, Wilfred Jumbo's original piece. It was really fun. I made some friends there. We are still friends to this day, and it's just amazing the different partnerships that you can build. I have some work to do with some ladies that I modeled with there. I got to, of course, network with a lot of local business owners there, so that was great. And it was just all about representation. Being a Navajo realtor, walking in a fashion show was awesome, especially because that's not what my career was focused on, but that was an awesome opportunity to be a part of. I also had done some work with another group within the San Juan County Board of Realtors. We have a committee dedicated to community service. So we helped out a group called New Beginnings, which is a women's shelter here in Farmington. We worked with a local brewery called Lauder House, and they had handcrafted a special beer for the New Beginnings. We had a cornhole tournament. Everybody in the town was invited, and it was amazing. I can't recall how much we had ended up fundraising for the New Beginnings organization, but we know that we were able to help out quite a bit from the San Juan County Board of Realtors. So that made my heart feel so much joy. In addition to that, in September, I had gone to Phoenix for a real estate conference called Built How. I heard Michael Phelps talk. I heard Michael Phelps' coach, stories about him. We talked to just a lot of great people there. I networked with my team, which was probably the most important part and the best part of the trip. I made so much great connections with other realtors as well. But overall, I just learned a lot about myself and learned that I was breaking ceilings. So quick story, I went to a Wu-Tang concert and Nas was performing there as well. And as a 16, 17-year-old, I just remember listening, well, not even before that, maybe as a kid, you know, in the school age, I'm listening to my older cousins or my older family members' music and kind of thinking that was it. This is my life for the rest of my life. And not really thinking that I could own my own business, I could travel, I could build an empire, and listening to Nas and listening to Wu-Tang and just minus the pine sol smell of the cleaning products, like thinking, wow, I surpassed the ceiling, I've surpassed my own expectation, like what's next? So that was a groundbreaking moment for me. It made me feel really great about myself. That was in September of last year. Now in October, this is where things get a little faster. I had taught a home buying class and partnered up with different people in Farmington. So I had lending, somebody from lending represented there, somebody from home inspecting, home insurance was also represented. So overall, it was just awesome to have the different components brought into a group of people who were thinking about buying a house. And I am going to be holding one again in the future. So if you're interested in attending in person, please let me know. If you want it to be a virtual option, I'm still listening to those. I also got to go to my best friend's broker event. She was speaking at a real estate related broker event. Her name is Stephanie Barunda. She has her own channel. She's amazing. So she did her talk at the event. I also got to listen to other people I had previously listened to on podcasts. So that was amazing. And West, I finally came into my next sector of business. I never really thought of myself as a business consultant, but this organization that I'm a client of. So I am now a business consultant and trainer at West, and we can make another video entirely about what that is. I had a listing go live in October. It was for a really popular property. I got 40 people to attend my open house. That is major, guys. 40 people at an open house, unheard of. I feel like I made history in Farmington, for sure. In November, I had a listing in Aztec that was pretty popular, and that went under contract right away. I had tied bells again with the Community Service Committee for the Board of Realtors. So every year in Farmington, there's a Christmas parade that comes down. All the kids get a little bell strip, a little strip ribbon type of bells. And as Santa's coming down the street, all the kids are out there ringing their bells. We filled up maybe 15 5-gallon buckets of bells. This is 2 bells. And it was amazing. I think there was a total of maybe 20 realtors. We got it done, guys, and it was in a course of one day. So it was really fun to do that, and knowing that we were doing that for the kids of Farmington just, made us feel better as a whole too. And December, I started kicking it up with my business consulting business, going to craft fairs, talking to people there. I was also holding open houses for my real estate business. We, as a EXP, my brokerage and I had, of course, our holiday parties. So in December, no joke, I feel like I gained 20 pounds at least from all of the networking stuff I was going to, all of the parties, and of course it was all in the name of real estate. In January, we had the installation dinner for the San Juan County Board of Realtors. Super fun. Not too many people wanted to dance. Cue the video, please. But the people who were dancing, we were having fun. It was me against Stephanie Barunda, Emily Thomas, who is an agent out in Albuquerque. And we were just having a good time. Liz Tafoya was there. She had been recognized for her service to the Board of Realtors, and she was just amazing. It was great getting to know all the realtors. So that was the highlight in January. I also started getting heavily involved in the Diné Chamber of Commerce meetings. The Diné Chamber of Commerce is a group of small business owners who are of Diné descent, and they get together each Monday to present what's going on with their business, and it allows us as Native business owners to know what resources are available in Navajo country. So I am part of those conversations because I am a Diné business owner, but I am also a business consultant. I had my closings in January. I had 3, so that was amazing. I also did a video for a local business called Game Changers Games. They're awesome. It's like a game board parlor. If you've ever been to one, you just pay a set fee of like $5 and you get to play with unlimited board games for an hour, or you can keep continuing paying. I don't remember the pricing system exactly, but I know I love going in there just to look around, and they also have tea, loose tea available. You'll see all of the amazing board games, and the amount of networking you could do in here or just spending time with your family would be amazing. Again, that's located in downtown Farmington. In January, I can't believe this, I won a real estate, well, for my real estate team that I'm on, we have a holiday dash competition that we did, and I won! I couldn't believe it. I had my jacket, I was like, just dancing with it. You can tell how happy I was that I got it, and it's the fact that it says Begay really huge on the back is amazing. Being Diné and to have a name like Begay on the back of a hoodie, you know that person's Navajo. If you're from the Southwest, if you know any Navajo in the world, you know the name Begay means they're probably Navajo. So that type of representation with that holiday dash winner, oh, I felt so good in my heart. That was January. February, I had another podcast follow-up with AJ Begay and her podcast Reclaiming Native Culture, or Reclaiming Culture, with AJ Begay, that is on Spotify, Apple, and I believe she has her own separate webpage that would be dedicated to that. So awesome follow-up conversation. I love doing her podcast with her. I feel like we just kind of unpack some new stuff every time, and it's all related to community. I had a listing go live in February for a local business, so I am still working on that. I've been planning an Empower Her conference, so that's with what it sounds like a women's conference focusing very much on empowering the individual, talking about the stories that got us to start our business. And I'm doing that in the name of a program called Native Women Rising. It's going to be amazing. When I get more information on that, I'll make sure to put a video out. Now, the most amazing part of this whole year is about my partner. I want to say it's the most amazing part because I've been working with him for some time and just developing and growing. He got my business started because he believed in me and took a gamble on me, and you know, I'm making all these steps in my life, and it's really due to the fact that he just believed in me and I didn't believe in myself. So I'm so proud of him for now about to open doors to his new shop June 1st, and he's doing fine surfaces custom woodworking surfaces in businesses and homes. He has wireless technology that's going to be integrated into them, so you don't have to worry about charging your phone, and I'm super proud of him for that. He's going to be opening up the shop. We're at 120 South Miller Street in Farmington, New Mexico, so that I'm super proud of. Now for March, I had gone to a ribbon cutting event for a mural that my face was painted on. So as you can see in the video, my face is probably like 25 feet big, and I was recognized for the work in my community that I'm doing, my stories, and just the amount of community work I'm doing. So I was incredibly honored to be recognized for that on this mural. It was such an honor to see myself and a privilege to have my parents with me at that moment to witness like this Native woman being put on the wall for her accomplishments and being recognized for her work. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing, and doing this video, it was a great reminder to myself that although it feels like I'm not doing much, I am really like a duck on the water. I am just like working my little feet, but that was what I've been up to, and now we can go about our normally scheduled programming of real estate updates, what's happening in town, and maybe I will sprinkle in somewhat of what's going on with my life. And definitely going to share anything that's coming up, because now I'm getting more excited to put out content. I kind of feel this is a personal note. On a personal note, this will be the name of the chapter. On a personal note, I need to feel balanced before I can move on to something new. So as you can see, like, I added another business onto my plate, and in order to make sure my real estate business stayed equal, I was kind of having to balance them. And all of the community work I was doing, I kept my plate pretty full. I also try to work out at least 5 times a week, so doing all of that, some things have kind of slid and been uneven, but for the most part, I'm still delivering exceptional services to my clients of real estate and my clients of business consulting. I am super excited to be in this space that I am in Farmington, and I'm really excited and honored that you took the time to listen to my video and find out what I've been up to for this whole time. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a lengthy video, but we did go from like April to March, almost a whole year. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting back on it, folks. I promise. It's probably not gonna be like every other day, but I am gonna get my content schedule back in order and bring you the information I told you I was gonna bring you from the beginning, which is business, real estate, and life. And I appreciate you so much for being on my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.